So I get a lot of questions on what are the differences between Radial ESWT, Softwave, and Orthotripsy, the procedure I do for the last 27 years. Radial ESWT is a low-intensity shockwave therapy that requires multiple sessions, usually 1 to 2 sessions a week for 5 to 10 weeks, to help decrease your symptoms. It is a good form of physical therapy to help rejuvenate the tissues. But it requires multiple trips back and forth to the doctor's office. Each session will usually run about $125 to $150 a session for 5 to 10 sessions minimum. And the results can take up to 8 to 10 weeks to actually get you to a point where you are 50, 60, 70% better. And results have shown to last for up to almost a year. The procedure can be kind of painful, especially over the areas of more concern where most pain is, because that low pressure impact will light everything up. Softwave, the newest physical therapy form, which helps to rejuvenate the tissues as well, requires on average of 6 to 10 sessions, usually done weekly. It can cost anywhere between $200 and $300 per session. You will usually see results after a couple of days. And again, the long-term results, according to the Softwave website, says that can last up to almost a year. One of the bad side effects of it is there is bruising, blisters, and burns as a possibility with the use of Softwave. But in my opinion, Softwave is better than Radial ESWT. And then finally, Orthotripsy. Orthotripsy is a procedure I've been doing for the last 27, 28 years. It is not a form of physical therapy like the other two. It requires only 1 session done in the office and under a local anesthesia to the area of concern, whether it be the Achilles tendon or the plantar fascia, because this is a high-intensity ultrasonic wave therapy. It was a procedure that was created over 40 years ago to break up kidney stones and gallstones in the human body through focused high-intense waves. No more incisions. And then in 1998, the FDA approved it for plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, tennis elbow, knee pain, a bunch of others. I was one of the fortunate first residents trained on it, and I saw the benefit right away. In 1 session, we're able to break up all the rigidity of that shock absorber, be it the plantar fasciitis or the plantar fascial band of tissue or the Achilles tendon, and at the same time implant the red blood cells through those high intense waves, busting through the little arterioles. And I like to tell people it's basically I am rototilling the field and planting the seed. You're going to feel better right off of the bat, and you just keep getting better every day as the condition is healing. And the long-term results, years. I've seen people 10 years ago that I did that are like, I still have no good. I don't want you to have any pain. Don't worry about it anymore. But Orthotripsy is probably one of the best procedures out there for the 20% of people. 80% of the people that have plantar fasciitis or Achilles tendonitis, I tell them for the last 27 years, try everything. Try stretching, inserts, shoe gear change, physical therapy, Softwave, Radial ESWT. Try everything. If you get to a point where it's like, listen, you either have to live with your pain or have surgery, that's where I come in. That's where I tell people Orthotripsy, high-intensity ultrasonic wave therapy. 1 session, break it up 98% of the time. It's a bell curve. When we call them in 3 to 5 days, the low 10% say, I don't know if I'm getting better. You're going to get better. You don't have a choice. I just induce the body's natural healing responses. It takes time to grow that seed. On the other hand, 10% say, holy crap, it's a miracle. I'm 100% better. 80% say I'm 50, 60, 70% better right off the bat. And I just keep getting better every day as time goes on. I tell people it's a 16-week healing process. 16 weeks, knee-high by July on that corn. 16 weeks, those little blood cells have re-infiltrated that entire band of tissue and restored not only the flexibility, but the circulation to the band of tissue and basically restored it back to the way it was before you ever had any damage, trauma, or pain. No, that does not mean you cannot do anything for 16 weeks. I have a lot of runners that say, I can't run for 16 weeks. 3 days, no high impact activity. After that, start taking a walk for a mile a day, and over a period of a couple of weeks, build back up to whatever it is you were doing. Running, jogging, walking, working out. So Radial ESWT, good form of physical therapy. Kind of hurts whenever you're doing it, just over the areas because it's just a low impact pressure. Softwave, much better than Radial ESWT, many less sessions. And then Orthotripsy, 1 session. But again, for the 80%, try everything. For the 20% that still have chronic pain, can't get rid of it, Orthotripsy.